people not only in Niger State but also.
Still a chance for Ian Robin. It's
let him shoot.
Good day and welcome to the Gallery Television News at 12. I'm Eleje Chidima. On the news headlines, APC must unite behind Tinubu, says Buhari. Wike may be running mate to Atiku. INEC seeks Air Force support on security. On news headline, narrow-minded politicians' greatest threat to Nigerian civic space, says Kuka Center. On business news, NNPC to pay 874 billion naira in June as subsidy hit 1.82 trillion naira. On sports news, Eagles 6 to 5 game winless run against Leon Stars. On foreign news, heavy rain leaves 10 dead, 10,000 displaced in China. Still on foreign news, U.S. military aircraft with 5 on board crashes in California. And now the news in details. APC must unite behind Tinubu, says Buhari. President Muhammad Buhari on Wednesday asked all Progressive Congress to unite behind the presidential flag bearer in 2023 election, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The president made the comments in a congratulatory statement signed by his spokesperson, Garba Shehu. Wike may be running mate with Atiku, bearing an unforeseen development. River State Governor Nyesom Wike may be named as the running mate to the presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar. Nigeria Tribune gathered that the former vice president has offered the position to River State Governor, who was the first runner-up in the primary that produced the party's new standard bearer. It was gathered that Atiku, who was also the candidate of PDP in the 2019 exercise, could have since announced the River State Governor as his running mate, but for the opposition to the idea by some other governors. As Wednesday, efforts were in top gear to smoothen the way for the River State Governor to be named. Efforts were spearheaded by Governor Sam Otom, Benue, Sheyi Makinde Oyo, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi Enugu, who were said to be mounting pressure on their colleagues to accept Wike as the running mate. The three governors in a car driven personally by Makinde on Wednesday went to Atiku residence in Abuja, where they were thought to have briefed him on the progress in the move to get the buy-in of other governors on the running mate issue. Wike also present in a meeting that was later confirmed by the presidential candidate in a tweet on his verified Twitter handle at Atiku. Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa was also believed to have interested in the position, with many of the governors now saying that Wike is best suited for the job because of the goodwill he can bring on it. A source close to the governor confided in Nigerian Tribune on Wednesday that meetings of the three governors with Atiku was a sign that progress has been made on the choice of Wike. INEC seeks Air Force support on security logistics. Independent National Electoral Commission has sought the support of Nigerian Air Force in deploying personnel and aircraft lifting election materials to remote and insecure areas across the country. The Commission also solicited the support of the Air Force to provide security in volatile areas, just as it had been doing during the off-cycle elections. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakub disclosed this during his visit to the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Oladayo Amo, on Wednesday in Abuja. On February 25, 2023 and March 2, 2023, the Commission will deploy personnel and materials to about 290,000 voting and collation locations nationwide for 1,491 executive legislative offices across Nigeria, the INEC boss disclosed. He added beyond logistics support, the Air Force has also deployed its assets to provide security during off-cycle elections, especially in areas of difficult terrains. Still on the news, narrow-minded politicians' greatest threat to Nigerian civic space, says Kuka Center. Abuja, the Kuka Center yesterday raised the alarm that unwillingness of the ruling class to tolerate opposing view in Nigeria was posing a threat to the development of country's civic space. Executive Director of the Center, Father Atta Bakindo, said this in Abuja while speaking at the public presentation of document titled A Completion of Policy Brief on Civic Space Engagement in Nigeria. According to him, desperate politicians who have benefited immensely from the Nigerian project over the years cannot accept constructive criticisms from well-meaning citizens and have remained greatest threats to the people's engagement with the governance process. He, however, recommended that Nigeria needs leaders that are open to accepting differences and ultimately managing the diversities that exist in the country. The Kuka Center noted that governance was a pure science of running the affairs of the nation, stressing that people could learn how to effectively operate democratic processes through socialization. On business news, NNPC to pay 874 billion naira in June as subsidy hits 1.82 trillion naira. Operators in the oil and gas sector as well as other stakeholders are uncomfortable with the continued rise in the amount spent in subsidizing premium motor spirits, popularly called petrol, as it jumped from 947 to 947.51 billion naira between January and April 2022. An analysis of data obtained from the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited on Wednesday showed a monthly rise in PMS subsidy spending by the oil firm, though NNPC described it as under recovery value shortfall. It was also gathered that oil firm had informed the Federation Account Allocation Committee that it could deduct an estimated value shortfall of 874.5 billion naira in May 2022, proceed due to the sharing at the June 2022 FAAC meetings. NNPC has been the sole importer of petrol into Nigeria for several years running. The firm has also been subsidizing the commodity all these years. The President Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owner Association of Nigeria, Billy Glees Harry, explained that the actual cost of petrol without subsidy was usually a little higher than that of diesel. The approved subsidized pump price of PMS in Nigeria is between 162 naira to 165 naira per liter, but oil marketers stated that the actual cost should be a little higher, or about the same price of diesel has been PMS was regulated. Latest figure obtained from NNPC in Abuja showed how the amount spent on fuel subsidy grew from January to April this year. On sports news, Eagles seek end to 5-game winless run against Leon Stars. The Super Eagles will kick off their 2023 African Cup of Nations qualifying campaign on Thursday, when they battle Sierra Leone at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, with the aim of ending their 5-game winless run. The three-time African champion, who are gunning for a third consecutive appearance at the Continental Showcase, will hope to record their 10th win against their West African neighbor, whom they boast a better head-to-head record from their last 16 matches behind closed doors in Abuja. Jose Peseiro side had not recorded a win in 5 months. Their last was a 2-0 win over Guinea-Bissau in group stage of 2021 AFCON on January 19. Afterward, the three-time African champion lost 1-0 to Tunisia in round of 16 of the tournament before recording 2 draws against Ghana in World Cup playoff qualifiers. They also suffered back-to-back defeats to Mexico and Ecuador in the United States over the past 10 days. Despite that, Peseiro men have showed some good signs, but will likely not to have it easy against the Leon Stars, who will be eager to beat the Eagle for the first time in 5 meetings. They have lost 3 times and recorded 2 draws since a 1-0 win over the Eagle in 2001. On foreign news, heavy rains leave 10 dead, 10,000 displaced in China. 10 people have died in central China as territorial rain blasted Hunan province, forcing the evacuation of hundreds of thousands, state media reported. The downpour, which began on 1st June, have forced the evacuation of around 286,000 people, with more than 2,700 homes collapsed or seriously damaged, the official Xinhua news agency reported Wednesday. As of Wednesday, 10 people were killed and 3 were missing, Hunan provincial official Li Dajian said, according to the agency. Heavy rain have caused the water level of rivers and lakes to rise significantly, the provincial government said in a statement. The whole province at all levels is responding actively and making every effort to prevent disaster. The rain have impacted almost all of Hunan province, with some weather station reporting historic levels of precipitation, Zihuan said. It cited local authorities as saying 1.79 million people have been affected without providing details. Authorities have sent tents, foodable beds, food, clothing to the stricken areas, Zhuan added. Floods are fairly common in central and southern China, where the humid summer often brings heavy rain. China experienced worst flood in a decade last year when deluxe in central region killed more than 300 people. Scores died in floods and mudslide in worst hits of Xinhuan, where residents also became trapped in subway carriage, underground car parks, and tunnels. Experts believe that disaster was likely made worse by human-induced climate changes. Still on foreign news, U.S. military aircraft with 5 on-board crashes in California. A U.S. military aircraft with 5 Marines on board crashed in South California on Wednesday, a spokesman said. There was no immediate word on casualty, but the military denied reports the aircraft had been carrying radioactive material when it came down near Glamis, just 20 miles, 35 kilometers from Mexican border. The aircraft was defined as MV-22B Osprey's based at Marine Corps Air Station, Camp Pendleton. The Osprey is so-called vertical takeoff and landing aircraft that has rotary wings, which can be directed upward to give it a maneuverability of helicopter, or forward to give it the range of a plane. The U.S. military have suffered a number of clashes with the aircraft, including an accident in Norway in March that left 4 Marines dead. And that will bring us to the end of news update at 12 at the Gallery Television this afternoon. I'm Elijah Chidima. Thanks for watching.
The life of people not only in Niger State, but also.
Still a chance for Iron Robin. It's
Let him shoot, let him shoot. No problem.
In Taraba, due to lack of specific dialysis machine.
Proposed by the federal government to finance the deficit in the 2021 budget by April.